Thank you so much, Chair. From ILO perspective, I just wanted to first of all thank you for associating us in this panel as we discuss this issue, quite critical on the inclusion of people with disabilities and the implementation of the UN disability strategy, which in itself, it might be good to recall that ILO was a co-chair, the working group process that led to the adoption of this strategy. So once after the adoption of the strategy, we naturally proceeded with ILO itself adopting its own strategy for the period 2020 to 2023. And that strategy was quite very much aligned with the UN strategy with similar key indicator as regarding the leadership dimension, the organizational culture, and so on. I wanted to highlight those two, the leadership and the organizational culture intentionally, because we do know that the real challenge remains within the organizational culture. And this is why we have been working quite very intensively within ILO with our own workforce, our staff, as well as the special unit that we have set up to deal with challenges and opportunities as regarding the matter of colleague with disability. We set up champion within staffs. So we're creating some kind of a network to develop the awareness and the different challenges that we have and the understanding by all staff. We also have created colleagues with disability or colleagues that have siblings with disabilities, also have the a different network which we work very well with management. Some of you might be aware of the fact that for the third year in a row, our ITC, the International Training Center in Turin, for the third year now has been offering an annual course on the inclusion and mainstreaming disability matters. After the 3 years of implementing our first strategy 2020-2023, there has been an evaluation and an assessment which clearly came up with the change that we are seeing in ILO practices and the awareness and for us to mainstream the disability in our programming. This assessment also came out with lesson learned and element to improve or to better tackle moving forward, and allow me to cite maybe two critical dimensions in moving forward. One is bringing the challenge in our programming and our activity in the field, on the ground. This is quite going to be critical, as particularly as the challenge could be very different. Some of the infrastructure that one might have in places like Geneva might not necessarily be the same type of infrastructure that you have available elsewhere. So it's quite important for us to bring this strategy down to the field, and this is what is guiding our. We are finalizing our new strategy 24 on 2027. Then The second major point for us is to continue this showing leadership, I think from the top to down, that we really need to show how do we ourselves show the right example. This is why I'm very pleased that ILO together with UNICEF are co-chairing this task force within the UN system and trying to see how do we increase our own participation, the level of in our recruitment processes or the working arrangement and so forth. We are also even looking at what is happening not only other UN system agencies, but also outside the UN system or the multilateral, including the private sectors. How do you learn also from the best practices from some? And it's quite very telling, and that is what we are now embedding on that. On the leadership, that for me is quite important systematically. We just came out of a month ago in our senior management retreat for the 2024, and again that the mainstreaming of the inclusion and disability was part and parcel of our normal retreat activity, so that we drill down the requirement for us, the awareness and the need to mainstream in our programming, particularly in the field. I'll just give you those as a few examples of what we want to do, and let me finish by just reiterating ILO's predisposition to continue working with the rest of the system. Thank you, Chair.